When I started playing blues, I wanted to be good at it, and just like anything else, you want to be good at what you do. So when I started playing it, it wasn't genuine sounding. And all this time I'd been like a jazz player, thought I was a jazz player, and I thought I could play blues anytime because it's so simple. But when I started playing, it wasn't genuine, so I went and woodshedded on it. And it happened when I was about 17, so I got my first blues band, Bobby Mack and Night Train. And from there, the rest is history, I guess, as they say. What you need is you need to practice on your technical dexterity and your technical effectiveness of achieving what you're playing. And that way you can go up and pull things off that you hear in your head, because what you're trying to do is play what you hear in your head. That's the thing. You're not trying to play patterns. When you're playing with passion, you're trying to play what you hear in your head and get it out into your hands and into your instrument. And when you hear like a slight stutter and it's got to require soft handling of the strings and a little soft, that's what all that's for, technical ability. But it helps with your interpretation of what you're playing. Well, first guitars I go for in any music store when I'm walking are the big hollow bodies, because I just love them. They sound good. They resonate up against your body and they feel good, and you can hear them. But when it comes to being electric and turning the air electric around you and creating an atmosphere of electricity and excitement, I don't think there's anything better than a Strat, because the Strat, you've got so many tonal combinations. You got your 3 pickups and 5 tonal combinations, which I'm using all the time, constantly switching. And you know, it's got the whammy bar on it that you can go crazy, your chaotic bar, and then it's just so sexy looking too. That's what I like about it. Oh, darling, you treat me so bad. I'm feeling so sad. Oh, man, now, won't you game? You'd see something got me saying. Oh, man, now, I get your arms. Looking at a lover, kissing your charms. Oh, man, now, everything fine. You do something blows my mind. I think Buddy's doing just a great job at staying right on the front and the edge of blues, because Buddy's he's the real deal, like they say. Buddy is the real deal. And there's not too many cats like him left alive. And I thanked my stars every time I got to open up for him and got to see him play. Buddy's just incredible. Stevie, I think, brought blues back into mainstream America and mainstream audiences all over the world internationally because of his style. And Stevie has opened a lot of doors for me, so you can't help but give acknowledgement to the influence that he's had on many musicians, and I don't abandon that acknowledgement at all. I've stolen a lot from Stevie. Every great musician steals stuff. That's what furthers on the craft. You know, you take something and then you put your own interpretation to it. And that's what I'm trying to do, further on the craft of electric blues and take it down a different avenue. I'm just trying to get all these influences up into this ball and throw it against the wall and see if it sticks. If it sticks, great, I'll work on it. If it doesn't, well, I'll just keep working. When you play blues with an attitude, it really hits somebody. And when you can play it with expression and sincerity and passion, it really hits you hard, because not only does it wake you up, but it shakes you in the inside of your core. I feel everybody's got this core running through their body, and certain musicians throughout the history of music have been able to tug at that chord, whereas it be Mozart, Beethoven, right on up to Duke Ellington and Lester Young, all the way up to Coltrane, and now right on up to the modern times Hendrix and stuff. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to pull at that chord that everybody has in them, because there's nothing like it when you move people emotionally with your music. It's not that I had a broken home or anything. It's just I've always been real independent, and my family was moving back up to the East Coast, and I didn't want to go. And a friend of mine was a bass player that I'd learned just a lot of, moving to Austin. So I said, well, I'll move to Austin too, no problem. And I had no idea what kind of music town Austin was, although I'd heard of Raoul's, which is the big punk club there. And so I moved to Austin, and I decided that's when I was going to be a musician. I wanted to be a musician. But when I first decided I was going to be a musician, if they called me up for a country gig, okay, I'd be a country player. If they called me up for a reading gig, I'd be a reader. So my first goal was not to be a blues guitarist, just a guitarist and a musician. And that's what I still consider myself foremost, as a musician, because I like playing all kinds of music, and I listen to all kinds of music.